Oh my goodness. Constance is a ball of energy. She is such a light.
This thing is so much fun. I want one at home.
Every time they said, I have an idea, I was like, oh gosh, what are we doing now?
She is one of the most optimistic, positive patients I've ever had.
She's a perfect patient because she understands the importance of working hard to get it back.
I told everybody, I'm walking out of here. That was on my board. My quote, I'm walking out of here. And I did. So I took the ambulance ride down here to the ER, and they did the MRI and told me in just a few hours, you're having emergency surgery. I was in the ICU for like a week and then dropped down to trauma.
At that time, our main objective is really just trying to initiate as much active movement as she can start to have. I never got to progress to the point of standing with her. She didn't have enough return yet when I was seeing her, but she was very, very positive and optimistic and motivated. And so I was very excited to see her go to rehab.
When we went to rehab the very first day, it took Rachel and Kelly both, and even Dr. Wang helped in, to move me. I couldn't do anything.
Constance's injury left her essentially with no movement in all 4 of her limbs. Day 1, honestly, I was skeptical. I was nervous. I wanted it more than anything for her, but every person is different. And that's what we just kept telling Constance is we don't know how quickly it'll come back.
But knowing that we are going to give it everything we've got as long as she gives it everything she's got, and she did.
With Constance, day to day, we were working on what muscles can we recruit. She would come to me and say, hey, I moved my leg this way last night. I say, okay, show me. How can we recreate this? And then how can we make this functional?
Now, come halfway down. Push back up.
So we did a lot of hand, quadruped, getting her on her hands and her knees. We did a lot of core and a lot of strengthening and balance.
We would do something and I would be like, girls, that was crazy. They're like, but you did it.
Yes, girl. There you go.
And everybody supports you here.
Just telling her, hey, I see you're making goals. What's that saying? Rome wasn't built in a day. So sometimes you might have setbacks, but don't let that discourage you.
She just progressed so well, and eventually she just started taking off.
When I first started walking, it was like a newborn baby calf. It really was. Those legs were shaking. I couldn't feel my left leg. It just went wherever it wanted to. It had its own zip code and its own ideas, Rachel was always like, bring that leg up. Or she'd be like, where are you going with that thing? Put it over there. We're trying to walk.
Day by day, week by week, she did gain that back. And when she was able to walk out those doors, it was incredible.
You've got all your nurses, your NAs, everybody from therapy. As I want to put big dogs, that's in charge of everything, all standing there clapping for you. You did it. They're all supportive. One of the best staffs I've ever seen in my life. The people here are wonderful.
That is the biggest reward on working on a rehab unit. To see a patient like Constance or other patients meet that goal.
And we told her every day that she is truly a miracle and she is inspiring.
Believe in yourself. You can do it. Yeah, it's hard work. I mean, my arm was shaking with a 2-pound weight. But I built it up.
Seeing this kind of progress, a patient like Constance who works hard, that we see that potential in, and that we see her go from the lowest point in her life, the hardest thing she's ever had to face, and to be there with her every single day for those 6 weeks is so incredibly special. We have such a bond now, and I want to see her excel in life.
I came into this hospital as a quadriplegic, and I walked out the doors